coming off of a win like what we had on Saturday, a lot of times the kids need motivated to come out on Tuesday morning. We installed a lot coming up for Boston College, but they executed well, they focused well, and they came out ready to go to work. So it was a really good practice today. We just got to make sure we continue that throughout the course of the week, going into a challenging opponent with Boston College. So I was really impressed coming off the field today with the mindset the guys had.
With Boston College having their quarterback back the last couple of weeks, I guess how much does that change the dynamic of their offense within the lineup?
Big time. I mean, he's a dynamic player. So anytime you don't have your quarterback and he's a dynamic player, that changes the trajectory of the offense. But with him coming back in, I think last week was his first week back against Georgia Tech. He had a great performance then. So we really got a challenge ahead of us. But it's a challenge that we can handle as long as we have a great week of preparation.
When you send a freshman out to make his first start against Miami, what do you tell him? How do you prepare a guy for a moment like that?
Go out and play. Go out and have fun. You know, he was a kid that was well prepared. He shows up to work every day with the right attitude. He's a film junkie. He studies the opponent. He studies the game plan that we present to our players. So it was no surprise to me as a coach with the way that he performed.
With those two, I mean, obviously Kevin earlier in the year and Omarion more recently, obviously you wouldn't put them out there if they weren't ready for it, but just what growth have you seen from them, from their pretty extensive playing time?
Tremendous growth. You know, we're fortunate those two freshmen are unlike most freshmen. They are very mature, you know, so they became pros early in the process. They trust the process, and they knows the work that it takes in order to be prepared for the moment. And, you know, for us as a staff, we got total confidence in both of those guys. That's why they are 2 of the 11 taking the field on the first play of the game. And, you know, so regardless of classification, when you take talent and you put it with hard work and preparation, that presents a great opportunity to go out and make a play, and that's exactly what they did.
What did you see from Duke in the recruiting process to make him something that was coveted for you guys, and has that all translated over as you had anticipated so far this season?
Well, as I just mentioned, you know, maturity was one thing that we saw throughout the process. You know, he's a kid that's a dad at an early age, so I think that allowed for him to grow up early. You know, so he's everything that we expected for him to be, and to be honest, he's exceeded some of our expectations as well, just with how early he met those expectations. So, you know, he's a phenomenal kid, has the right attitude, and that's what we look for in the process of recruiting. It's bigger than talent. You know, it's a character evaluation that we have here with Coach Norvell that we take great pride in. So we knew we had the right one today that he sent that NLI in.
Was there a certain point, I know he had dealt with some injuries in the preseason, but a certain point when you realized, hey, he's going to be able to help us this year?
Yeah, well, we knew it was the talent. We knew he had the talent. How soon that he would be ready, we didn't know. But he came in and he's been steady throughout the season, being consistent with showing up every day, competing. That's the one thing that he has. He has a competitive edge. And the thing that we didn't know was the mental piece as far as how quick he could process what we do schematically and understanding the information that we give him from an opponent standpoint as well. So, you know, he came in and showed us that he's trustworthy, and we didn't have any hesitation when it came to making a decision to start him.
His ability to go up and get the ball, is that natural? I mean, do some guys just have that?
Yeah, I mean, you can work it as a coach, but then some guys just have a knack for the football, and he has that. You can do ball drills till you're blue in the face as a coach, but if a kid doesn't have it, if they don't work it, then they won't make the play when they're put in position to make it like he did. You know, obviously he had to pick against Clemson, then came back and had the great performance. He still had a couple more opportunities throughout the course of the game on Saturday. He should have had 2 or 3 interceptions, to be honest. But I'm proud of the one that he did make. And, you know, hopefully he can make the ones this week that comes his way.
They have good coaches, so you know when you put a kid out there like that, they're going to go at him. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah, and again, I got total confidence in him as a coach. We got total confidence in him as a staff, and the moment is not too big for him. If he made the play in that venue we played in on Saturday versus Miami, I feel good that he'll make it against Boston College on the road.
Speaking of confidence, it seems like collectively the defensive backs have just built on confidence this season. I guess, do you agree with that? And if so, what do you attribute that to?
Well, just continuing to respond to success and adversity. We had a lot of up and downs throughout the course of the season, but what we continue to do is show up and work every day. And we've grown up a lot as a group, and we've found some continuity within the guys that we feel like we can win with. They have developed some oneness as a group that we needed, that we didn't have early on. So I've just been proud to see the growth individually from each kid, but then more importantly, collectively as a group that we've had throughout the course of the season. So, we just got to continue to climb and continue to move forward and improve in each and every day.
Akeem Dent, someone who a couple weeks ago had a few missed tackles there. How did he respond, especially a big game against a big rival?
Well, each week we tell each player what they need to improve on, what's their emphasis going into the week. And his emphasis going into the Miami week was improving his tackling. And he came out to practice and made it an emphasis himself. And obviously the results paid off from the work that he put in throughout the week. And he made some really good tackles on Saturday. The key with Akeem is just continuing to be consistent. Even in the game the previous week, he came out, made some early good tackles, then came and missed a few. And then in the Miami game, he made pretty much each and every one that came his way. So again, I'm going to continue to challenge him as a coach to make that an emphasis, to continue to be consistent and just put it all together.
The atmosphere that you guys had on Saturday, and we can't talk about specific recruits, but just to have guys be able to see that atmosphere, how much does that help your job in recruiting guys?
Absolutely. I mean, anytime you have a venue like what we had in the Oak on Saturday, I mean, the fans were phenomenal, and it was an electric atmosphere. And we had some really good quality recruits on campus. So anytime you can come away with a win like that in a venue like that, it's definitely going to help in recruiting. And, we had some commits on campus that are better recruiters than us as coaches. So, for the guys that are not committed right now, we're working toward seeing if we can make them some of those for sure.